Hashtag not too young to run. Well, that's what has been buzzing on social media lately after the 8th National Assembly passed a bill to reduce the age of aspirants vying for elective positions and some other political offices. Reducing the age limit for aspirants of political office now means younger people could, would, and should stand in an election. What does this mean to you? Welcome to the hottest debate show on TV. Here we try to clear your doubts by laying the facts bare in a fierce debate. My name is Femi Akonde, and this is The Big Issue. Hashtag not too young to run. And our debate today is, are young people ready to take leadership position in Nigeria? That's a tough question, and our debaters will try to answer this for us. On one side, I have Jide Johnson. He is a journalism lecturer and a political analyst. He's currently the Deputy Provost of the Nigerian Institute of Journalism in Lagos. With this profile, I could call him an educationist and also a journalist. He has worked with youth as a lecturer for decades, but he believes youth in Nigeria are not ready for political leadership. In other words, they are too young to run. Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And on the flip side, I have Benga Abiola. He's the youngest sole administrator ever appointed in Lagos State. He's the immediate past sole administrator of Agege local government. He's a social entrepreneur, and he strongly believes if he can lead Agege local government at the young age of 28, the youth can also lead Nigeria. Welcome, Benga. Well, it's going to be an interesting debate, and Jide Johnson, I would like you to open the floor. Why do you believe the youths are still too young to run?
Well, I wish and hope that they are ready. But the unfortunate thing is that Nigerian youths are not ready for political leadership. Leadership is much more than aspiration. Leadership is much more than desire. Leadership is about taking responsibility. Leadership is about service. Leadership is about commitment towards a cause. The key question you ask is, are Nigerian youths ready to make the sacrifices? Are they prepared? Are they willing to make the sacrifices that are required for them to rule? If I ask most of them that are in the audience today, how many of them are members of a political party? How many of them have attended any political rally before? How many of them even are politically enlightened? Do they even know about the political structure? Do they even know about the constitution? These are some of the issues that tells you that they are not ready for leadership.
Benga, this is not a rhetorical question. These questions are not rhetorical. You would have to answer. Are the youth ready?
Extremely ready.
Really?
I must tell you, quite a great number, because I am an example. And standing in front of you is a 29-year-old. When I was appointed, I was 28, and I became the sole administrator. That's the head of the council of one of Lagos State or Nigeria's largest local governments. Agege local government has a population that can be equated to some African countries, which means that I can be equated to some presidents of some African countries. So if I can do it, any youth can do it.
Well, it goes beyond if you can do it, any youth can do it.
Yeah.
Now, looking at this bill, of course, I understand the bill will still have to go through all state houses of assembly before it can be embedded in Nigeria's constitution. But the Senate and the House of Representatives has passed it. But there are still issues now, beyond just having a bill not too young to run. And it's also way beyond you. Looking at the larger picture, looking at the youth, the young people you interact with, do you think they are ready? What makes you feel that these people, these young people that who this bill will benefit are ready to run for elective positions?
Well, let's get something clear. Who fought for this? Those who fought for the independence of Nigeria, during the colonial era, how old were they? Between the ages of 27 and 32. I think at that time, it was only Azikiwe that was 42. So they fought for the constitution that you have amended today. They were youths. So who says youth can't do it?
You know, that's an interesting point to make. You know, referring to the past in order for us to make sense of the present so that we can make a projection concerning the future. But the interesting thing is, and I ask the question once again, you talked about Azikiwe and the rest of them in the 60s, in the 50s. How many of them are members of political party? What is the state of their political consciousness? What is the state of their readiness? You see, it is easier to be whimsical about it, oh, the youth should have power, the youth should have... But leadership, like I said, what is even age? Age is nothing but number. And age has nothing to do with leadership. A 7-year-old can rule. A 8-year-old can rule. But the question is, are Nigerian youths ready for leadership? Because if I ask them, how many of them are members of political party? Because the only way you could access power is for you to be a member of a political party.
I thought we were fighting for independent candidacy.
We have
so must you be a member of a political party for you to be able to lead?
Well, that's another wish. How I wish. And I remember while I was growing up.
I think we have that independent candidacy.
There's a song we used to sing, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish. You know, the thing is, how many, even globally, how many people have emerged as leaders?
But they tried.
President. Oh, trial is different from success.
Yes.
We are talking about the youth succeeding in what they do.
You rise and fall again, and stand again to attain success.
Okay, by the time they rise and fall and fall and fall again, it's when they are whole, that's when they achieve it. And like I said earlier, age is nothing but number. Being youthful is a function of your consciousness. It's about self-awareness. For instance, he is younger than I am. Much younger. But it's not possible for us to play music now. I would dance to the current tune better than he would dance to it.
Do you want to?
Why is a function?
Do you want to try that?
It's a function of consciousness. And I don't want Nigerian youth to be deluded. I don't want them to be confused. Because the point is beyond saying what are the actions they are taking towards taking leadership position. Zik, Awolowo, and the rest of them. He said he's the youngest. Why? He had the opportunity. The opportunity was provided for him, but he took the rightful step.
I created the opportunity.
Let's listen to him.
He took the right step by joining a political party. Now, if he is not a member of political party, will he be a sole administrator of Agege local government? No. In natural sense, my local government was carved out of Agege local government. I'm from Ifakojai local government. So the point is very clear. For the youths to have access to power, for them to be ready, they need to join a political party.
But Benga, you agree with me that there's this mindset, there's this perception out there that maybe the youth are not, cannot really run things in terms of maybe administration, governance. You as a sole administrator, of course, you're just one person. I believe when you assumed duty as a sole administrator of Agege local government, you also had people looking at you like, look at this small boy, what can you do? Yes. And that's because of the perception they have. Yes. And they formed that perception because maybe generality of the youth around them have a certain way of behaving that doesn't depict seriousness.
Is it only the youth that behave that way? The old men out there.
But we have a youthful.
You see, let's get something straight. How do you measure the number of youths that are ready or not? In my own political party in my ward, when I contested for councillor about 5 years ago, we were about 14 aspirants. 6 were youths. Let me tell you, I only tried because at that time to contest for councillor you have to be 25. I was only 24. I only projected that by the time the elections will come and go, I would have been 25. I'm telling you that there were younger people in that world at that time who were 23, 22, were popular and could actually take mantle of leadership in that world, but they could not because of the restriction by the Constitution. So what are we saying? We are saying that reduce what you fought for. David Mark got into government at the age of 27, and a whole lot of them, and they are still there today. And yet they have restricted us to explore. Let's explore first and see if we can do it or not.
Okay, let's talk about maybe priority now.
Okay.
Not too young to run, taking leadership position. Is it the priority? Do you think, with your interactions with youth for over a decade, do you think that's the priority of young people? Or what is their priority?
Now, there's nobody that leads without going through a process. Now, one of the major crises we have is that people want to assume leadership without preparation. Show me anyone that has assumed leadership. You must be an apprentice for you to become a leader tomorrow. But how many of them are willing to be an apprentice? How many of them are willing
How many are not?
How many of them are willing to learn through the process? You must learn through the ropes. And for me, I think first and foremost what they need to do is to raise the level of their awareness, the level of their consciousness. Even most of them don't even know who they are. They don't even know where they are going. They don't even know what they want to do. And someone that cannot conceptualize what he wants to do or where he wants to go, he wants to lead other.
The question is, what of those that know? What of those that are ready? What of those that are prepared? What of those that have groomed themselves? What of those who understand their vision? Where are they? Your constitution that you did has restricted them from exploring their potential.
But okay. Another thing again is we have this bill, the Not Too Young to Run bill, but there's no structure for this new ideology to thrive. The political parties, how well do they accept young people? Even if a young person wants to run for office, does he have the wherewithal, the financial wherewithal? Does he have that political capital to be able to, of course, they will take your money, you buy nomination form, but when it comes to the real thing, going out there to run for office, it's about money politics here. These are, I think, don't you think these are some of the things that should first be put in place before we begin to say, yes, the young people are ready to just take leadership
is important, Femi, in any political setting, even outside Nigeria. So it's very important for you to know that you are going into politics if it is your vision. If you have a vision in that line, then you need resources. I'm an entrepreneur. When I contested for councillorship, I spent over 4 million. I was into auto sales. Because it was my vision, I was ready to spend my savings to go into that line, my purpose in pictures. So I joined politics knowing that this is who I want to be. And I had my businesses, I had my finances, and I channeled it into that line. And at the end of the day, I'm here today.
Femi, you heard what he said. He said he knew where he was going. He committed his resources. Resources has nothing to do alone with finances. It has to do with your time.
Sure.
It has to do with the investment of your time. Because the money you are paid is as a result of the investment which you make for your time. The question is, what type of investment is this generation making with their time? Now, when we talk about, it is the day that the antelope understand that they organize themselves in unity and face the lion. That is the day they will deliver themselves from the lion. Now, statistically, if you look at it, the younger elements, they are more than the older elements. But the thing is, are they united? Do they have a focus? Do they have a clear vision as regards to what they want to do? No. Let me put it across to you. If all students in Nigeria, if they should decide today that this day, we are forming our own political party, we are bringing out our own governor, we are bringing out our own president from secondary school to the university, you know who will be the president? You know who will be the Senate president? You know who will be the governor of Lagos State? But they cannot, because they can't conceptualize it, which is a function of their Non-readiness. So you are not ready.
That is still not. That is still not a function. What you see? What I understand is that you are talking from the angle of those that are not ready.
And I think
I am talking from the angle of those that are ready.
He believes those that are not ready are in the majority. That's what he is saying. He's saying those, okay, the minority that will orientate the majority. Have you given them an opportunity?
Yeah, you see, let me put it across to you. Everyone, when we are giving birth to, we are all given equal opportunity. Now, nobody, the first thing you do when you're giving birth to, when you come into this world, is for you to cry, to make your presence known. Is to make your presence, the essence of you crying is to make your presence known, that there's a new king around. So you've got to listen to my voice because I'm around. Now, everybody has the opportunity, but it's a function of the choices you take or you make.
Not everybody has the opportunity.
But what are the choices that the youth are taking? You know, they are not ready through the process. I'll give you this example. If you go, while we were growing up, you go to many shops, you see apprentice. None of them want to be an apprentice. None of them are interested.
Don't say none. Okay. When I was in Agege local government, we have one in Agege local government. We have one of the most well-structured vocational centers.
Okay.
In Lagos State.
Vocational center.
Yes.
Okay.
Where we train.
Okay. Point of order. This is not about Agege local government.
Okay, I'm just
talking about the bill not too young to run.
I'm citing an example on what he said.
Okay.
Okay, gentlemen,
because we are talking about
we'll get to a segment on the show. Benga, we'll get to a segment on this show.
Have you given them the opportunity?
Benga, listen. We'll get to a segment on this show where both of you will be allowed. Jide Johnson, we'll get to a segment where both of you will be allowed to face off. And that segment is called the Fire for Fire segment. Okay. And that is right after this break. You're still watching The Big Issue. This is Fire for Fire. It's really hot in this segment. Gentlemen, in this segment, you're free to ask questions, interject. It's a face-off, but you don't throw punches. Just verbal punches, but mind your language. Well, the floor is open. You know the topic. Are youth ready for leadership, political leadership in Nigeria? But first, I would like to say that we have a kind of funny socio-economic system where some youths are not independent until the age of 30. That is before they leave their parents' houses. In fact, at what age do they even graduate from university? So at what age would they now be matured enough politically and, of course, would have imbibed that leadership value to be able to contest for elective positions? It's fire for fire.
Now, well, the age of responsibility, I'm of the Christian faith, the age of responsibility is 20. The age of maturity is 30. Now, to everyone that left Egypt.
Your ideology.
Now, to everyone.
Your ideology.
To everyone that left Egypt, that moment, from 20 years down the line, they took responsibility for their action. Now, age of maturity, at age 30, Jesus Christ, the Son of living God. That was when he was commissioned into his ministry. So from my own interpretation, age of responsibility, 20. Age of maturity, 30. But I ask you, how many of them at that age are members of a political party? How many?
A lot. How many are not?
Let me ask them, if you are a member of a political party, please raise up your hand.
Can I see if you are a member of a political party?
Be sincere, be sincere.
Be sincere.
Are you ready or not?
Now, interesting. Okay,
I'm sure by now you should subject.
How many of them have attended a political meeting? Please go ahead.
You are the deputy provost of a university.
Of a monotechnic.
Of a monotechnic.
Yeah.
At what age did you become a lecturer?
At what age did I become a lecturer? At 30 years.
At 30 years?
Yeah, exactly.
How old are you now, sir?
I'm 48.
You are 48?
Yeah.
At 30?
I don't even look my age.
At 30? At 30?
I don't even look my age.
At 30?
So that's why
hold on. At 30,
that's why I said
at 30 you were already leading a congregation of young minds.
You see,
which means that at that time you were ready. Does it mean everyone was ready?
The question is, are they ready for political leadership?
What does it take to be ready for political leadership? It only takes one thing. And that is vision. If you have vision in politics, go for it.
Now, vision without a mission and action will lead to delusion.
Vision? No, I disagree with you.
Now,
vision is your purpose. Vision is your purpose in pictures.
For you to get to leadership, you must be a member of a political party. 1, a registered member. 2, you must attend political meetings. 3, you must show your aspiration to aspire for office.
So how long does it take to do all that? How long has it taken to do that? You have aspired. God bless you. Let me disagree with you. Let me disagree with you. I want to educate you a bit.
30 years ago.
Deputy Provost, I want to educate you a bit.
30 years ago, 1987, Babangida started his transition to democracy program. That's when we did party system. That's when they do zero-party election.
Okay.
Zero-party election then. At that particular point in time, I was 18 years old.
We are younger.
I joined the political process then. I was part, and I can name my friends that were part and parcel.
So have you heard a
but the bottom line is, today, how many 18-year-old? I can give you my political history. We'll come to that.
Okay.
I have run for public office.
Okay.
I have won. I have lost.
Okay.
So the question we are asking is, are they prepared?
Now, what I'm telling you is, I want to educate you a bit. Please, your definition of vision is wrong. Vision is your purpose in pictures. What is your purpose? The reason why you were created. Okay. So from the day you were born, Adam was created to what? To oversee. Okay. So the moment where you were born, you had a purpose for life. Okay. The moment where you discover that purpose, you are in your vision. So I'm saying it again. Wow. Once you discover your vision in politics, go for it.
At what age? What age do we discover that vision? That is you. That is you.
Let me tell you. Hold on.
It's not yet trying to make friends.
He's trying to make friends with me. You know why he's trying to make friends with me? Because he knows. You know why I'm trying to make friends with me? You know I'm going to be governor in 10 years.
It doesn't matter.
Excuse me. You are already campaigning, right?
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Yes, let me campaign. Now, let me tell you something. One thing you need to understand is when I use myself as an example, I'm standing here because if I could do it, anyone can do it. 1. 2. One thing you need to understand clearly is that of everyone seated here, all they just need is that positive encouragement. And that is what, no, that's wrong. Everyone help those who cannot help themselves. If you can help yourself, why will everyone help you?
Leadership, listen to this. Leadership. Nobody gives leadership to you on a platter.
You discover it.
Nobody gives leadership.
You discover it.
Listen.
You become a leader. You become a leader the moment you see yourself as a leader. Listen. The moment you see yourself as a leader. Wow. Let me tell you how I became sole administrator. I became sole administrator because the makers of leaders saw the leadership traits in me and knew I could do it. So if I can, you can.
All right, then, Benga, let's listen to Jide Johnson.
Now, is that the makers
of leaders?
Yes.
The godfathers.
That means the godfathers.
How do you know I'm not talking about God?
Okay, let's listen.
How do you know I'm not talking about God?
Now,
wait, let's listen to
you know it belongs to the minority of the youth.
I don't belong to the minority of the youth. Let me tell you something. Now, as I'm talking to you.
Now,
Benga, let's hear Jide Johnson.
You want us to, you say it's fire for fire.
I know, it's fire for fire. It's fire for fire. The fire is
I need to let him understand that if a youth like me at 29 can stand on stage with a 48-year-old, then any youth can become a leader.
Listen to this. You know, there's a particular saying in my local dialect.
Only old men can know that adage.
Say it to your local dialect and interpret. Translate.
Don't let me confuse them.
No, go ahead.
Thank you.
Now, the bottom line is this: you can be carried away with the noise, you can be deluded by the clapping, but the reality will dawn on you after you leave or you tune off your screen.
I am the reality. I am part of that reality.
The reality you are part of is because
so many others are part of it.
Because the leaders feed you. How many youths did you contest for that election?
I contested for
councillorship.
I contested for councillorship.
Now,
I contested at the age of 24. I was in my 400 level when I contested the political position. And I know so many youths today that contested while in secondary school. How old is Dayo Israel? He contested. He lost. He will contest again and win.
Now, you see,
what we are saying is simple. Don't cage us.
Okay.
Nobody's telling us that
hold on.
We cannot contest.
Okay, cool, good. Okay, for some statistics, the age limit for contesting the highest office in the country, the United States is 35 for president and 30 for senator, just like Nigeria. I guess we're just...
Nigeria just did.
Copycats.
Just like Nigeria just did.
South Africa... Hold on. In South Africa, according to their constitution, is 18. It's not stated at what age you contest.
What is the nation whose king is a kid?
In Australia, is 18. In Canada, it's 30. In China, listen.
By 18 years old before. I'm joining it to you.
Listen. Okay. In China is 45. Germany is 40.
We only need one example to show the world that it can work.
Is 30.
Which example?
Nigeria is the example.
Give me the example.
It will come very soon.
Very soon.
Yes.
That's a movie. You know what?
Thank God you have
Okay.
But will it come, yes or no?
Okay, Jide Johnson and Benga Abiola. Listen, running for office is one thing. How about leadership qualities? At what point, as a youth, as a young person, do we know that, okay, do we say, okay, we have that leadership quality, we are ripe enough? It's not just getting to that age of, let me ask, it's not getting to that age of 30, 35 and say, okay, yes, I can contest.
How would you say full at 40?
And is the full
You're
forever.
not saying full at 40.
After
full at 40 is the word.
Okay, let me land. Shouldn't it be that we should be looking at leadership quality rather than a free-for-all? Once you get to that age of 30, 35, run for office.
First of all, give us a free-for-all. Then from the many, we'll pick the qualities.
Now, everyone gives everybody equal opportunity. You know the difference between the rich and poor is a function of how they make use of their time. 24 hours is for everybody. The sun shines on everybody. It's a function of your decision. And your decision determines your destiny. Your destiny is a function of your vision. Now, the point here, it's very simple.
I'm trying to put all that together.
Now, the point here is very simple. Readers are leaders. Ask them how many books have they read. You talked about Azikwe, you know the thought of Azikwe. You talked about Awolowo, you know the thought of Awolowo. You know, you talked about people that have led either in medieval times, in ancient times. They are readers. How many books have they read? And I asked him which was the last novel he read, which was the last book he read.
I like that point, and that brings me to my question, Benga. Okay. You know, these the Yakubu Gowons he mentioned, the Awolowos, they got to that leadership position at a very young age. Yes. Yakubu Gowon was president, of course, military president through a coup d'etat at 29. You know, and most of these guys, they say, why we are where we are today? Because of their youthful exuberance and inexperience. That is why they made or took some wrong decisions that has brought the country on its knees.
I will answer your question. I will answer, if because they were youths, you think they brought us to where we are?
That's what some people say. Okay. Not me.
Some people. Those people that think so. The old ones there now, why have they not corrected it? Why have they not corrected it? We are saying that as time evolves, orientation changes. Social media was not there those days. The youth have brought in social media. Social media has corrected a lot of mess. So let these youth come to power with their innovations and explore It's as simple as that.
The world is changing, and it's changing very fast. Now, most of these old people, so-called, that we have in government or at the seats of or in political offices, are not in tune with some of these modern trends.
What trend?
That's why they wanted to cancel social media, whatever.
A lot of trends, be it leadership, social media, the world is becoming a small global village. And most of these people are still detached
Marshall
from...
McLuhan said that as far back as 1960s, that television has turned the world into a global village. At the dawn of every century or decade, new media evolved. And only those that are able to tap into the realities of the media dominate the thoughts. I'll ask them, what do they do with the social media?
Information. Information.
I won't say you say it at home.
Information. That's very wrong.
Now,
categorically, you're a journalist, sir. You're a journalist.
How do they
tomorrow,
deploy their
before Punch newspaper releases any breaking news, one or two or three online has released it. We have already before it comes out on the print media, and gradually you are running the print media out of market. So don't tell me that what did they do with social media? Everything that has negative positives. If you could be part of the process, I was part of the process. He can be part of the process. They all can be part of the process.
Exuberance does not translate to intelligence. Exuberance does not translate to intelligence. Yes. Now, just listen.
Okay.
You know, you said
this is fire for fire. I can stand up to listen.
You said, I want you to learn 7 times. So I'm saying it for the first time. I want you to learn.
Okay.
So be patient and learn.
Okay, now, but it's fire for fire.
In 1991, I was a ward secretary in the then Agege local government.
Okay.
In the then Agege, there were 12 wards in Agege local government.
Okay.
12 wards.
Okay.
4 of it were carved out to form Ifakoja local government in 1996-97. Okay. So I'm giving you, even as far back then, the level of my political consciousness, the level of my political understanding.
As a young person.
As a young person. Now, my
question is, if you could do it at that time, why are you not saying youth of nowadays are not ready?
Okay, let's listen to him. So you tell us what has changed.
The thesis of my argument and my opening statement is that how I wish that they are ready, but they are not ready.
Why? On what basis? I disagree.
What is the level of their political consciousness?
I am ready now.
What is the level of their involvement? What is the level of their participation? How many of them are members of the political party? Are they willing to make the sacrifice?
How many are not? That's the question.
I've asked you this question.
I'm asking you back. If you are saying how many of them are not members of, how many are not?
Attended what meeting in the last 1 year? How many?
If you attended what meeting, let me see your hand.
Okay, we count.
Don't like this sincere.
We
how
count.
many?
We
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Of these 14, how many have you given the opportunity?
14.
How many have you given the opportunity?
14
of these 14. We are telling you that give 2 of these 14 the opportunity. By the next time we come back here, all of them will be members of.
All right, talking about opportunities, the members of the audience will also get their own opportunity to ask questions. Well, that will be after the break. You're still watching The Big Issue. Welcome back. It's question time, and members of the audience are itching to ask their questions. First, I start with Hamid Bakari. Hamid Bakari is a broadcast journalist and a social commentator. Your own comments on this topic, not too young to run. Are youth ready to take leadership, political leadership position in Nigeria?
Start with the affirmative. I strongly and passionately believe Nigerian youths are ready to run. It's not just to run, because we, to start with, this administration, we now have President Muhammadu Buhari. When he came to us, we asked him a question. We said, why do you want to lead this nation again? He said, he's back to right the wrongs of the past. And like, do you know we are the driving force of this country? I listened to the debates, and I'm so happy Benga actually spoke really well. And the problem we have in this country is a colleague of mine, a senior colleague of mine, is the same problem we have in Nigeria. Whenever a door is open to you, you do not close the door until some other people will come in. That is what we have in Nigeria, what leaders are doing. They are not. I also lecture in a monotechnic as well. Whenever I'm lecturing, I'm motivating my students. I tell them I wish one of you or two of you would come here and lecture some other people after you graduate from here. That is what we call leadership. When he said he wanted to leave, he didn't want to recontest. It was for we have selfish leaders in not just Nigeria, in Africa. You might think youths are not ready, but check it, music, economy, arts, drama, they are the one making waves. So why are you stopping them from actually being in the mantle of leadership in this country?
Thank you very much, Hami. Jide Johnson, quickly, very brief. I would like you to respond to that.
The question is, are you ready for political leadership? Political leadership.
Well, he said they've been successful in music,
he said
in
they
the
are
economy.
Successful in music. You know the amount of, listen, you know the amount of investment you make when you go to studio to record music. You know the amount of investment you make to produce a movie. Do they make those type of investment in politics, attending ward meetings, attending LGA meetings, attending state meetings, attending caucus meetings? If I take them through political consciousness, I would tell you majority of them don't have an understanding of what politics is all about. What is a caucus?
It's called time.
What is a caucus?
Time.
What?
Time.
No, I'm not asking you, I'm asking them. Caucus. What is a caucus?
I'm a youth.
What is a ward meeting? Can even they delineate the basic principle of what's a local government? What constitutes a local government? If I throw the question to them, they won't be able to answer. So for political, listen, for political leadership, you are calling yourself a youth. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself.
One thing is
Stop
key.
deceiving yourself.
Femi, one thing is key. One thing is key.
What?
One thing is key.
What is United Nations?
We have more questions. We have more questions.
Someone between the ages of 18 and 24.
We have more questions. I would like
key.
you to know, Jide Johnson and Benga Abiola, you are under the spotlight. We have more questions.
Oh yeah, please go ahead.
Good day.
Very brief.
Adebayo is the name.
No time for speeches.
Adebayo is the name.
Go ahead, Adebayo.
Well, I would want to pitch my tent with Jide, and the reasons are so obvious. The youth of today, the youth in Nigeria today, they are not ready. That's the fact of the matter. That is the fact of the matter. And the reason is this. The youth in Nigeria lack ideology.
How can you say youth lack ideology?
Let's listen to him.
To start with, what is the definition of youth? The United Nations definition of youth is 24. The people between the ages of 15 and 24. If you are above 24, you are not a youth. What you are is a young adult. If you are 24 and above, you are a young
What's the Nigerian
adult.
Definition?
United Nations definition
What
covers.
is the Nigerian definition?
Listen, Benga, I know what I'm talking about.
You have not answered me.
On the social media today, most of our youth, if you look at the things that they put on the social media today, you'll be appalled. You'll be surprised, on what they do. But the thing is this, leadership is all about, leadership is all about responsibility. It's all about you taking the mantle of leadership. And, let me say this. It has nothing to do whether you attend parties, meetings and all of that. You can start from wherever you are. Leadership is about you taking responsibility, be it in church, be it in NGO, be it anywhere that you find yourself. And for you to groom yourself, you have to prepare. But the youth of today, majority of them are not prepared. They just want to join.
They are not prepared.
They are not prepared.
So that means the youth of today are not matured to run.
Can I
They
respond?
lack ideology.
Okay, thank you. Benga, quickly respond to that.
I beg
quickly.
to strongly disagree that we lack ideology. First of all, you have given us the United Nations definition of a youth. What's the Nigerian definition? The Nigerian definition, I believe, is between 18 and 35. And I will tell you one thing. You said one thing. You said it's not about going to political party meetings. It's about taking responsibilities. We have bank managers that are youths. We have so many people in different fields in churches that man, hold on, that man, that now what we are saying, hold on, listen. What we are now saying is that percentage that is ready, give them the opportunity.
Thank you. All right, your question.
Yeah, my name is Eze Chedu. I'm a new media aide to Lagos House of Assembly. I would like to throw some light on what he's just said. The United Nations age range, 18 to 24, is subject to demography. In Nigeria, is 18 to 35. That's one. Secondly, is that adults keep feeling the not young to run drive is an attack on their own age range. It is not. No. The campaign comes with some perks, and the perks are one, electoral reforms. He asked a question at that time. He said that our polity is monetary. How do these youths, even if age is reduced, come to run for office? Now, over election cycles, we'll get to a point where electioneering will be about a battle of ideologies. When that battle comes, it will be less monetary. The problem old people have with us is they feel we are coming to usurp power with one election cycle. We don't expect that. We expect it to come over time. And now, if I hope to run for office in Delta State, I'm from Delta State, but I don't think time is now. I'm learning the ropes. He's my closest friend, but the rope is...
I love that.
And the rope
is learning the ropes.
See. You cast aspersions on a whole lot of things, like he did too. But the fact is, if I didn't say that, you would not know. I have cast aspersions earlier. Will you let me talk? Will you let me talk? So, like I said, there are perks that come with the bill. The bill is that one, electoral reform comes with it. The second is that all inclusion comes with it. We are not threatening the adults by chasing them all out of office. We are saying because we are in tune with time, we are better for Nigeria's future. Thank you.
Now,
let me quickly add to it.
Let me respond to what he said.
Okay. Let Benga respond.
Let me add to it.
Let Benga quickly.
Yes. All is just saying, like you said, all inclusion. We are not talking here about those that are not ready. Not everybody must be a politician. We are saying those that are prepared, that are ready, give them the chance to do it. Simple.
Now, success is when opportunities meet preparation. Leadership is not trusted on you based on desire. Leadership is trusted on you based on preparation. Now, permit me to digress a little. I have found for myself a king in the house of Jesse. Now, David did not get to the throne by wishing. When there was a problem in the palace and they needed somebody to play the harp, someone said, I knew the son of Jesse is very good at the harp. What are the youths good at?
The ones that are good at it. I think you are getting it all wrong. You are getting it all wrong.
Calm down. Listen.
You are getting it all wrong.
Now,
we know that some are not prepared. No doubt.
Now,
those that are prepared, those that are playing
the youths today are the elders tomorrow. The elders today were youths yesterday. I told you about myself, how I joined the political process, why I joined the political process, how I was involved in the political process. The question you ask is about participation. They don't take something in politics and come and give you at home.
Okay, let someone else participate. Okay. Madam, your question. Sit down, please, and ask your question. Feel free, quickly.
What I want to say is the youth ready? I'm a youth. I'm not against them running the nation, but is you ready to take or accept responsibility? Are they ready? Even the Bible said something. If my people are willing and turn away from their evil ways and pray unto me, I would hearken unto their voices. Meaning, the youth have to accept responsibility. You have to contribute your own quota. I contribute my own quota. And then Nigeria will become a better place for you and I to live.
All right, thank you.
Can I respond?
Benga.
You see, madam, let me make something clear.
Hold on.
Sorry.
No, you've asked your
how old are
question.
you? How old are you? Age range. I don't need the exact. Age range.
Age range.
That's
my privacy.
Okay.
That's a private
no
line.
problem.
Thank you.
Now, what we are saying is that Jesus Christ. He said something about Jesus Christ. You see, let's get the argument right. Are you listening? Yeah, yes. Are you listening? Yes. Let's get the argument right. Hold on. Or the discussion right. We are not saying, when you generalize, like they both said, that the youths are not ready. Always remember that some are ready, some have participated, some have gone through all the process of becoming a leader, like you said.
That's why you
hold on.
Because
but at the end of the day,
because you participated.
At the end of the day,
that's why you are
okay, let me ask you a question.
We are seriously pressed for time.
Let me ask you a question. One last question, Femi.
Before you ask me a question,
a
lady has a question. Let's listen to her. Speak up, please.
Sir,
speak up.
My name is Fina.
Yeah.
Can you please elucidate us on the concept of independent candidacy?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick, sharp question. All right, Benga, go ahead, and then.
Okay. No, before I answer that, let me quickly ask him the question. If I was not appointed to become a local government sole administrator, I would not have had the opportunity with that law to head the local government. I have done it, and I have finished, and I ended well, and I did my best. But if I was to contest, I would have not been able to contest because I'm 28 and the constitution says you must be 30 and above. I was prepared. I was prepared. I was ready. I had participated. But because of the constitution, I will have to wait the next 2 years before I can contest. Independent candidacy is simple. It's just saying that you think you are good and you can actually lead or contest any elections without being affiliated to any political party. That's simple.
All right. Thank you very much. A round of applause for them, please. Well, I believe we've had an interesting debate here today, but we'll take a quick break at this point, and when we come back, it will be time to coast home. You're still watching The Big Issue. Welcome back. It's been an interesting debate here today. Well, gentlemen, as the umpire of this show, I hereby ask both of you to officially sheath your sword on these debates today and mend fences. I would like you to shake hands. That's the essence of the show.
No.
He's not too young to lift him. All right, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to be with
Jide Johnson.
It's a pleasure to be with you, friend. Nice one.
Don Cross.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Watch out, available 2019.
All right, there, we'll wait. Wow. And thank you to my wonderful studio audience. You guys are amazing. A round of applause for yourselves. Well, that's the show. Keep watching The Big Issue. And you can follow me on Twitter. It's at Femi Akonde TVC. Thank you for watching.